Hello there. My name is Kim Marie DiDonato, and I would like to do one vocal warm up with you. And I call this one me, may, ma, mo, moo. But when I'm doing it, it's going to be much quicker. It'll be, I'll try it like right here. Me, may, ma, mo, moo. Me, may, ma, mo, moo. Okay. But what I want to go over is how to shape your mouth for the me, the may, the ma, the mo, and the moo. Okay. For the me, what you want to do is actually put your E in an oo mouth. You don't want to sing E like this. Okay, in that smiling mode, like obviously everybody wants to see your smile, your beautiful, gorgeous smile. But when you sing with a very wide smile, it gets a little thin and it gets a little too bright and almost too tinny, if you will, with the sound, the timbre, the color of the sound. Okay, so you want to add a little bit more clarity, a little bit more fullness, resonance, okay, to the sound. No matter what you're singing, really, unless it's for a specific part where you're going to do a different technique to change how your voice is going to sound. Then that's a different road to go down. But going back to me, so when you're doing me, and I'm going to show you the wrong way, and I'm going to show you the right way. So this is the right way. Me. Okay, now listen to that, and hopefully you can actually hear the difference. If I do it in that thin, smiling voice, okay, me. Now bring it in, me. Hear the difference? Okay, I hope you do. So with that, you want to use a pucker. You can either help shape your mouth by having your hands up and guiding your mouth. Practicing in front of a mirror, super helpful. Mirror is like your best friend in knowing how your voice, how your face looks when you're actually singing. So, because if you're singing a happy song, you don't want to look angry. You want to look happy. And if you're singing a sad or angry song, you don't want to look super happy. It looks a little weird. Anyways, I digress. With the E, it's helpful to put the E in the oo mouth. So you can start with an oo if you're having trouble with it. So if you do ooh, okay, and you have it in like that pucker. And if you think of like you're about to kiss somebody on the cheek, like mwah, you can even think of doing a duck face when you're doing a picture or something like whichever. I don't care what you're going to do. However it helps or benefits you, that's what matters. But if you just put it in that kind of pucker, if you even think of like prunes, plums, peaches is helpful. That can put you in that E shape of a mouth, okay? So, that's your me. Now you're going to do may. May is going to be open, okay? It's going to be elongated, which if you need to guide your mouth, the shape of your mouth with your hands, then do it. Nobody should fault you for that because you're getting used to it, okay? So like me, and then you do may. Okay, so you can see the shape of my mouth. It's going to be may. Okay, so it's just going to be very elongated. You want to just may. Sorry, I went me, may. And then you can do ma. Ma is easy. It's same elongated mouth, dropping your mouth, opening your mouth, but it's just going to be a little bit more open than the may. Okay, so it'll be ma. Okay, mo. O is actually, it's a tricky one for people. Don't let it discourage you, but you want your mouth to be open and you want to make sure that you're producing an O sound, okay? Because it's not always that easy. If it is for you, then fantastic. But you're going to go from me, may, ma to mo. And you want it to be open as possible. but you also want it to be a very round sound coming out, okay? So, mo. See how it's elongated, but it's not too dropped, like mo. That would sound weird. It would also look a little weird too. It looks almost like I'm doing too much with my mouth, right? So, mo. Okay? And also when you do any kind of open vowel, always end with your mouth open. Don't close it. You're chewing your vowels. Don't do that. You don't want to chew your vowels. If I go, mo, no. If I leave it open, end it with an open mouth, mo, it leaves an open sound. And sometimes, depending on the room that you're in and the acoustics, you can actually hear it reverberate off the walls, which is a lot of fun sometimes. Anyways, the next one is oo. Most everybody knows how to do oo. So you're just going to do the oo. Moo. Okay? So you've got me, may, ma, mo, moo. Okay? Easy enough, right? I will go slow. Eventually I will go a little quicker because one, it's how I'm used to doing things, but also you want to get used to doing things in an easy, quick enough way. If you really need to slow it down, then go ahead and do so. No issue with that. But sometimes depending on how many warm-ups you're going to do in a short period of time, sometimes quicker is nice because then you can get through a little bit more of your range, right? It's a good idea. All right, we are going to start with, first I'm going to start with B, okay? I am a soprano, so just bear with me. My low notes are not always that great, but I can manage. Okay, so manage with me. All right. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. This is middle C, just so that you know. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. I'm going to slow it down, I'm sorry. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. 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 I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Mi, me, ma, mo, moo. 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 Excuse me. Let me just get a sip of water. Water is super helpful to have with you at all times when you're singing. The other thing that will be helpful is, especially as we're going up higher, if you're ever singing high notes or if you're singing low notes, try taking bigger breaths. When you're in your middle range, it's probably way easier and you don't have any issue. There's probably no issue with your effort or straining or anything like that. But when you're going down low or when you start going up high, it can start to feel like you're not producing enough sound or you can't produce it for that length of time. If so, try to take a breath in. If you're doing a quick breath, just try that. Take that big, quick intake of a breath. So like, you know, and if you have to do it with your mouth and your nose, like, fine, do that. One of my favorites, if you have the time, is to take your long intake of breath and you do 4 counts of a breath. So breathing in like, Also, I try to go up, I go up to the next half step without listening to the note because I want to make sure that I'm on my right track and I'm hitting all my pitches correctly. Sometimes if you just keep playing, like if I just kept doing like mi, me, mo, 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 it's not cheating, but it's kind of like you're helping yourself out. Try not to help yourself out. Try to train your ear and try to help guide your ear. Okay, so I'm on this note, so now I'm going to go to yeah, okay, if that makes sense. Okay, continuing. Already you can see that my mouth has changed a little bit more from when we were down here. Okay, like mi, me, ma, mo, moo, right? But when you're up here, it's higher notes. You're going to need a more open mouth. Sometimes going lower, you're going to need a little bit more open anyways also. Especially if you're having trouble producing the sound and lower notes are a little bit harder. Sometimes opening your mouth will actually help give you that little oomph or boost, okay? But definitely up higher. See how open my me is? Because if I try to put it in that pucker, like down here, me, okay, my mouth is still open, but when I go up here, it doesn't sound good, does it? Ugh. I don't want to produce that sound anymore. So if I go, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to open it up so you can actually see how the transition of my sound is basically going to sound like. Helps, and I can hear the reverberation off my balls, which is always nice. Means I'm doing a good job, the right job. Okay. When you're also singing up here, I'm probably going to end right there because we're doing pretty good. When you're going up, you'll probably start to feel it more in your cheekbones, okay? And that's where your resonating area will be, okay, when you're up high. When you're down low, you'll feel it more here, okay? More right here. And that's normal. It changes where your voice starts to transition into where it's going to be, okay? So just go with the flow and do your best. If you have any questions, put it on there. Put it on my link, okay? Thanks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.